All right, guys, welcome back to Actually Anything. It's the podcast that's actually about anything. And tonight, my guest is Luke DiBello. Now, I had Luke on,
guys.
I had to have Luke on for this episode because it's a very special one. We're going to talk about The Mandalorian, both seasons, basically a recap. You know, what we liked most about it, what we would expect for season 3, and the 16 chapters. I think it just ended. The last episode was last Friday, right?
Yeah, it was last Friday.
Right, and I watched all of season 2 at your house, which was awesome with you.
Yeah, pretty much the entire season.
Yeah, we had to, man. I mean, like I was watching the first 3 there, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back and we'll watch the rest of it.
Yeah,
and
I was loving all your reactions at the finale.
Oh my God!
I watched it because it comes out like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Eastern time. And, me being the night owl I am, I stayed up and watched it by myself in my room. And I'm sitting there, I'm seeing, the big reveal. I'm like geeking out, like shaking in my boots. And like, I'm like having like a panic attack because, I'm sorry, I'm a nerd. What do you want from me? It was very exciting.
Nothing wrong with that.
And, no one was there to witness it. I was just sitting there like freaking out. So it was nice to see when everyone finally got to see what I've been like, this weight that I had because I saw it first and I knew I couldn't spoil it.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this weight. I was like, I need to tell somebody. No one knows what happened. Like, what do I do? Like,
and who better to experience this and see who came Luke Skywalker than Luke DiBello?
Yeah, that's that funny story. That is what my brothers named me after. Like that was their inspiration.
Yeah, Jake was telling me that. I couldn't tell if he was joking or not.
No, it's true. It's not like, they picked my name 100%, but like my mom was looking for a name and they loved Star Wars so much at the time. Like, name him Luke Skywalker. My mom was like, "Oh, Luke, that's a nice name."
Yeah, it is, man. You don't really see too many people named Luke.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'll take Luke. At least I'm not like a Joe or like a Mike.
Right,
like everybody else.
Those are very basic. Yeah.
20-mile radius. Everyone I know is named Joe, Mike.
Yeah, especially on Staten Island. But yeah, I'm wearing this like Christmas sweater. I got Baby Yoda on.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
I had to get it. It's at the store I was working at, Primark in the mall. And I was like, oh, dude, I got it.
I need to buy a very like heavy metal Christmas sweater one year. I just want to be the most metal Christmas guy.
Oh, you were telling me about this Metallica one, right?
Yeah. I saw one. It was cool. Like a skull dude flaming, but
that's dope.
Like $60 for it. I'm like,
Yeah. Like, look, this one's
shaky.
This one's fairly nice, and it was like $24.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'll pay $24 for like a metal, looking Christmas thing. But
exactly,
dude. That's like another, cyberpunk game right there.
Right.
You gotta check out Cyberpunk, man. Oh my gosh.
I don't know, dude. It had a lot of backlash. Like Xbox and PlayStation is offering like free refunds.
Oh yeah, they took it off the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
They lost over $1 billion in like company value or whatever. But
very unfortunate.
Guess how much they had? 8 million pre-orders. 8 million pre-orders, right?
That's crazy.
So, guess how much with all the refunds? The game came out 13 days ago. That they've sold in total now, with refunds included.
How much?
I guess 13 million.
13 million?
13 million is pretty good considering.
Yeah, like it's still
massive backlash.
It still managed to be very successful.
And it's gonna sell a lot more. And in January and February, they said they're doing 2 big hot fixes for the PS4 and Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Try to make it play better. And then after that, they said they're gonna do like finally for computers, because I have a pretty high-end laptop, and it can barely run Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like smooth. The optimization is terrible.
So we gotta talk about this show. Jon.
Sorry, I got sidetracked with Cyberpunk.
No, that's okay. What's the director's name? The writer, Jon. How do you pronounce
Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are the 2 main guys that I know of.
And
I
I've
think
always
John. My bad. Sorry. What were you saying?
no, I was just gonna say I've always known about like Jon Favreau. I think I said it wrong. Yeah.
Favreau. Yeah, he was in like he's like that assistant guy in Iron Man.
Right,
You know
and
what I
he's
mean?
also done,
That's all I know him from. I didn't know he
he's
did all this
done
stuff.
some movies in the past. Like he was in this one movie with Vince Vaughn. It's called like Swingers or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and so he's been around for like a long time. This isn't like his first kind of but for him, I didn't know he could be like a director like that, a writer. It's really a genius.
They had a lot of different directors.
Yeah.
They had the one guy who directed for Thor Ragnarok. I forgot his name.
Oh, what? Takiti.
Yeah, that guy. I know.
I can't. Yeah, like so many hard names, bro. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But they had him come on. I remember he was good.
He's great, man. Yeah.
They had a bunch of cool people doing it. But yeah, they really care about Star Wars. They're like just a bunch of nerds.
100%. After the latest trilogy, people were saying, "Oh, Star Wars is ruined. Disney fucked it up. Star Wars is gone." But what was funny is I was never really a crazy Star Wars fan. So when I saw like a lot of the new trilogy, I was kind of a pretty big casual. So as a casual, not knowing really anything about the whole story behind Star Wars, I was like, okay, it's a cool action-packed movie, you know? But then once you actually give a crap about Star Wars and you see like all the story and stuff, you see how they massacred it. They just absolutely butchered it. They did.
You know?
See, a lot of people were saying how what they wanted to see was Luke Skywalker come back in this trilogy and just be a badass, like the hero, like he was in this last episode.
But they were trying to set up a whole new set of characters because they knew that Luke, the actor Mark Hamill, I love that guy, was not getting any younger. So they wanted to make establish a whole new universe, but like you can't do that with a franchise that's already been so established, other characters, and you just butcher them in front of the fans. They're not gonna,
Yeah, and they made Luke a depressed like loser,
Yeah, that made zero sense. That didn't make any sense to his character. There's so many interviews of Mark Hamill, like he can't say anything flat out. When they're interviewing about the movie, he was just like, I was just so confused as to why Luke was this way. Right. He was like, what are they thinking?
And at the end of the day, like people are gonna probably say, oh well, he didn't have to, like he shouldn't have taken the role if he knew how bad it was gonna be. But look, it's a lot of money, like you can't just be like, oh, I'm not gonna take it because it's not a good script. I mean, I don't really blame him for at least giving it a shot. Maybe he thought, all right, maybe it will come out better. All right, the script is one thing, but maybe once it's on screen, it'll look better. And no, it wasn't.
No, I remember when he first read it, he was thinking like when I first got the script, I was like, what happened to Luke? Like there's a whole you gotta watch it. He was so appalled.
But they revived Star Wars with this show, and honestly, it's one of my favorite. Not even just Star Wars, just shows in general. Yeah, it's like top 3.
Best thing that happened in Star Wars.
Oh my god!
In, like years.
So we gotta start from like the beginning,
Season 1.
Yeah, so like they first introduced this show. No one really knows what to expect. Now you got like the bounty hunter thing. Now when I heard about that, I thought that was really awesome because that wasn't always like a really big part of like the movies and stuff. Besides like Boba Fett, who comes back, which is awesome. And so it was kind of just like, oh, you hear about Mandalorians, whatever. It wasn't really okay. What else do we know about them? We don't know a whole lot besides maybe if you read like comics and stuff.
Well, there is a lot about them if you watch the Clone Wars animated series.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch those.
Yeah, so if you're really like a good Star Wars, like a pretty big nerd with Star Wars, the Clone Wars is a great series. I recommend you watching that.
Yeah, I heard
it's very like adult oriented. It's not very like childlike.
Okay.
Maybe the first bit is, but it gets very like serious. Like I don't know. I don't see it as a kid show, but they go really in depth into a lot of Mandalorian stuff, and like they have like their Civil War. There's like a whole like history behind them, and I find that like infinitely more interesting than whatever they're doing with the movies. Like,
well, I think that's cool because like in those Clone Wars, Ahsoka Tano was like a big character, right?
Ahsoka Tano, oh yeah, she's Anakin's Padawan.
And I think that's awesome that like I think that's one of the biggest characters people were hoping to see And she did, and they brought her. Now she's gonna get her own series too.
Yeah, so what they're doing with that, I think, is going off. They also had another series called Star Wars Rebels.
Oh yeah.
If you know about that.
Mm-hmm.
And Ahsoka was in that show, and she asked on episode 5 of Mandalorian, like, for Grand Admiral Thrawn. I think that's how you say his name. I forgot the exact, but pretty close to that.
Yeah.
This blue guy, he's super smart, like military leader, and he right now is with this other character, Jedi guy, Ezra, and he was a big character in Rebels, and Ahsoka's trying to find Ezra and Thrawn.
Okay.
So she's like on this whole mission, and they're just setting her up for that. That's going to be like the storyline.
That's cool. And I also heard Mando Djarin, that's his name, right? Djarin.
Yes, Djarin.
He'll probably appear in her show because it takes place like literally like around the same time.
Yeah, you're definitely going to see people pop in and pop out of other shows, I feel like.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was a very touching ending. But before we like even get to the ending, we got to talk about like the very first episode. You know, you bring him in. He's a total badass. You know, he didn't have his best scar yet, but he was still a boss. And you're learning about, okay, well, he's got to get this bounty, and it's worth a lot of money. The bounty is 50 years old. You're thinking, like, who the fuck could this be? And then he teams up with IG-11, right? That robot.
Yeah, he does not like droids.
But I like how they did that because the IG-11 ended up being like he saved his life at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And I think it had him like think differently about droids like after that.
And you know what? They've been doing that a lot with the show. Like in that season, that was a theme, changing his idea about droids.
Right.
And then in this season, it was changing his idea about his helmet always staying on 24/7.
Right, exactly. And plus, he only saw his life as, you know, my life is just bounty hunting and that's it. And then he became a dad.
Yeah.
You know, you bring in Baby Yoda, the child, we know his name now, Grogu, and just a phenomenal character. You know, like literally, like how much have they made from this show alone with like toys and shirts like this and right clothes, everything. Baby Yoda is everywhere. It's
you know what's really funny about that?
What?
Because those toys are selling really good, like the Mandalorian Baby Yoda toys. But if you look back to any of the sequel trilogy toys, no one wanted like a Rey action figure. No one wanted it.
Maybe they liked BB-8 because he was
BB-8 was the one thing that sold.
Right.
That and the Red Sith Stormtroopers.
Oh,
those look so cool.
They were cool, yeah.
And Kylo Ren's lightsaber was pretty cool. I'll give them that. There was some cool stuff from the sequels. They had some cool ideas.
It definitely was. Like I don't
just wasn't done right.
Them. I just don't like them that much, you know. But I could watch like Force Awakens without a problem. But I understand.
Yeah, that's not a bad movie.
Yeah, I understand why The Last Jedi was a little lame, but Rise of Skywalker was okay. Just, you know.
I was like, oh, wow, Palpatine's back with no build-up.
Yeah, that was really...
why did you focus on Snoke in the second movie? Like, if you're going to bring Palpatine back, why don't you just focus on him from beginning of Force Awakens? Leave a little teaser at the end of Force Awakens. Build on it in the Jedi, and then have him really come out in the third one. That's what you were going to do.
They got really...
Snoke didn't matter.
No, he didn't. No.
Like, you know, why would you? He threw him away, so you should have. It's just
it literally cut him in half.
It was bad though because they kept switching directors.
Right.
And I think the same guy who directed the first one directed Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what was going on.
Wait, and now isn't D&D? I forget their names. The guys who directed Game of Thrones, they directed.
Let me look this up.
I think they had something to do with the last 3 movies.
Who directed? I think it is J.J. Abrams. Who directed Rise of Skywalker? It was J.J. Abrams, yeah.
Okay.
So I think J.J. Abrams looked the mess that the other guy, I think was his name, Ryan Johnson, left him. He was like, "What do I do with this?"
Yeah.
You know, you can't just retcon everything. which I think they should do now. You know
Uh-huh.
what retcon means?
I think so. What's it mean?
It just like basically means take it out of the canonical Star Wars like storyline, so it
Okay.
actually is not part of the story.
Right. Right.
So I think they should just, a couple years let everything simmer down and just, retcon that entire sequel trilogy, and then we could do something else.
I was just watching someone who's reviewing the last season. He's talking about how like Disney could very well possibly make the Mandalorian and these TV shows canon, and I think that means
They are. Mandalorian is canon.
Yeah. So could that technically mean that they could act and pretend like those 3 movies didn't even happen?
Not right as of right now. No, like they're not doing that. But as of right now, this is just a time period before the new sequels and right after Return of the Jedi. So
Right. So they could just
six and
do
seven.
whatever the fuck they want in between, and they don't have to talk about the new movie.
But they don't have to for now. But eventually, if they keep going, they're gonna have to intertwine it.
That's true.
Just don't intertwine it. Make something better.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, who knows? You never know, man. Like that, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, "Hey, let's redo the." But I don't know. I think that'd be like an FU to all those actors and that.
Harrison Ford would be very upset if he had to play Star Wars again as Han Solo.
They should
have. He does not like Star Wars. It's so funny.
Really?
Yeah, if you watch the interviews, he does not like doing Star Wars movies. He's like, "Well, I hate this job." I'm like, he just does not like it.
Oh, really? Well, they did him dirty. They shouldn't have killed him off. That pissed me off.
No, he wanted to. That's what he wanted.
Oh,
That's what he wanted. He didn't want to play in any of the other movies.
Oh man, that's a shame. He's a great actor too.
He is.
I like him.
He just doesn't give a shit. It's funny.
So what was your favorite part about season 1?
Season 1, favorite
really
part.
Got you hooked in.
Really? Okay, I gotta think about this for a second.
Yeah, take your time.
Season 1 wasn't as like fan servicey as season 2.
Right.
Season 2 is really just fan service. Season 1's like Clint Eastwood Space Edition. Mandalorian.
Like a space cowboy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there was that sick episode where they're on this planet and they're trying to defend up from the AT-AT, whatever. I forgot. I actually think that's exact.
Yeah, the 4-legged giant things.
Yeah, one of those things.
Yeah.
I forgot that exact, designation for it.
Uh-huh.
That was an amazing episode where they're like, holding down.
Yeah.
That episode, or the one with Bill Burr and all those other people where they're doing that.
Yeah. And then they brought Bill Burr back, which is great.
They all turn on him.
Yeah, right. Bill Burr's awesome, dude. I saw him.
That was a good episode. Those were too solid.
Fucking hilarious. I almost.
Oh, yeah, he's very funny.
Yeah, dude.
He doesn't hold back. I love it. That's how comedians are. It's awesome.
One of my favorite episodes was when the Mandalorian finally realized the power that Grogu has when he basically gave up trying to fight the Mudhorn, or what's it called?
Yeah, that Mudhorn. That's what his signature is.
Right, and he just gave up. He was on his knee. He was like, "All right, I'm gonna fucking die." And then, just he's put, he just
baby,
him up. He's like,
"What the fuck?"
He's like, "What? What are you doing right now? This little thing is not one to reckon with." And that's, I think, after that, then he realized, I gotta get this kid to his home, the people that really need to train him, this, and then he understood, no wonder why everyone wants him. And he's basically more or less the show revolves all around Baby Yoda, Grogu.
Yeah, he's the main driving plot.
Yeah,
but
right.
now they got a lot of options.
Yeah, true. They might in the 3rd season, maybe they'll try to do away with him for a little bit and try to make it more about
Mandalorians, just
right. Which I think
I don't mind.
No, I don't mind either, because I think they'll bring him back, of course. Look how much, like I said, all the
too much money in that little Baby Yoda.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. My friend literally
merchandise.
My friend literally just got me a Pez dispenser with it has Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian on it.
That's awesome. I'm gonna buy just the full suit of Beskar. Okay. Jetpack around.
That's Beskar is basically how in the Marvel universe they have vibranium, just like that.
Oh yeah, vibranium. What's the other one that Wolverine has? Adamantium.
Adamantium.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was
Just
I
like
had another thing about season 1 I was thinking about. Do you remember the ending scene of like he was trapped? Not I would think it was episode 7, not 8. He was trapped in this like little like I don't know small like floating car thing, and then all of his Mandalorian homies come out. There's that
oh,
big guy with the
yeah,
turret.
yeah, yeah.
That where are all those guys? I noticed a lot of them died at the end of the season,
That
and
was
they kind of said that. But I want to see some other part, Mandalorians from his clan. There was that one big guy that didn't like him, and it was nice to him at the end.
mm-hmm.
Like I want to see more of those guys. But I
Yeah,
want to see
I think they'll
more
do
like
that
a
in
cool,
season 2.
different types of Mandalorian like armor sets.
I also like that one chick who had like
Yeah. So
fur, and she was like
the
like this.
armorer.
Right, that's her. Yeah, and she
Yes,
was
the armorer.
badass. She was awesome.
They need to bring her back. I want to see because that's.
I love the
What were you
parts
saying?
when, like, especially like her scenes when she was like using that weapon and
Oh yeah.
the stormtrooper's mask just like
She's
shot
like
her. Yeah, yeah.
she
She was
sits there
great.
like this.
She's like, "Come at me." Um, yeah, like I was talking to some random dude online. He's like, "Yo, she might be a villain in the next season," and I'm like, "Oh, really?" And he's saying he was basically like touching on it that he could picture like why she might turn against
Well,
him.
she is of the Death Watch faction.
Oh yes, she kind of is, and plus the fact that he kind of went against his Mandalorian.
Yeah, she doesn't know that, but he might
Right,
just not care
you'll
and tell her.
find out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what he'll tell her not because he doesn't care, but because he does care so much. Because he's like, that was his life, so he's got to tell.
Yeah, it
You
really.
know.
Um,
But
Marth Gideon, was he just introduced in this show, or was he a character like?
Moff is a
Uh,
title. A
Marth
lot of
Gideon, I'm
imperial.
sorry.
It's not Marv. I said Marv.
I said Marth, like fucking like.
Like Darth.
Yeah.
No, Moff is a title that
Okay.
imperial like higher ups will get. So his real name is like Gideon, I guess. But yeah, Moff Gideon. No, I didn't know about him before this. I think he's new.
Yeah.
Great actor, guy. That guy.
Oh,
What's his name?
Oh God, I can't.
Same
Even,
guy from Breaking Bad.
yeah,
Fantastic
you know his
actor.
name? I'm gonna look it up because I don't want to be like stupid and try to pronounce his name. I have no idea. I think I know what it is. But yeah, in Breaking Bad, he was incredible. He's a good villain.
He plays a great like super brainy, tactical villain.
Yes, he does. And I love how they introduced that dark saber thing. That was really sick.
Mm-hmm.
You
What
know?
doesn't make sense about the dark saber thing is remember the plot point at the end when they said, okay, Bo-Katan has to fight the Mandalorian for the right to the throne now?
Oh yeah.
In Rebels, this Mandalorian Sabine has a dark saber and she gives it to Bo-Katan. No battle, no fight.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to make it more dramatic, like they would have to fight eventually. I don't know.
So I don't know how they're gonna write that in, or why she got exempt last time. And we also gotta know. We're gonna figure out how did Bo-Katan lose the darksaber in the first place to Moff Gideon. Like I want to know what happened
Oh,
there.
good point. Yeah.
Because that's as far as we know. Before Moff Gideon pulled up, Bo-Katan had the darksaber, and that was in Rebels. And then all of a sudden he has it in Mandalorian. Like what?
Exactly. I found this. All right, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, that's his name. I remember. Phenomenal actor, man.
Season 1. What's his name? The guy that says, "I have spoken." What's his
I've spoken. I don't remember that guy's name, but rest in peace, bro.
I know. I actually like almost cried when he died.
That was at the end of episode like 7, I think, right?
Yeah,
before the
that was
season
so
finale.
depressing, dude. That guy was.
They knew how to write a story, though. That was good.
They did. He was such a big help, and it was so sad to have to see him go. Like that was very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. I also really liked in season 2 they did a little bit of showing the Empire's point of view in a couple scenes.
Yeah, right. It gives them more character. They're not just mindless. Like
and like 7 and 8, when you were in 7, like you're talking all the stormtroopers like, yeah, thanks for getting the Rhydonium so we can murder everybody. Right. But you see that they're just kind of like, not like always monsters. They're just kind of part of another faction following another order.
Right. Everyone
goes realistically.
Everyone has a motive, and everyone thinks their way is right. And, yeah.
Or the two guys in the beginning of episode 8 when they boarded the ship with Dr. Pershing, And there's two guys and that weird dude who spoke weird. I forgot. He had like those weird voice. I don't know. I can't explain it. But he shot that other dude. And he's like, listen here. This is Dr.
Yeah.
Pershing. Just such a weirdo, dude. Oh, I could not stand his voice. I don't know what it is. It's just his voice bothered me.
Yo, the Mandalorian definitely introduced a lot more like crazy characters that they could just create for this fucking universe. It's so awesome. I'm gonna miss IG-11 too. I really liked him at the very last episode, like how
we need another cool droid guy.
They do, yeah, we do, and you know, I liked how they saved his helmet takeoff, like his reveal for the very last episode. That was really cool, so he could save him. And yeah, and then he sacrificed himself, blowing up, going out like a badass, you know.
He was a nurse droid.
Yeah, he became a nurse droid. Yeah, that was so cool.
That scene when Mando he jetpacks onto the TIE. That was so cool.
Yeah, dude.
I remember that. I was freaking out.
I remember how he was always talking about. He was like, I gotta get one of those. Like I need.
He's very kitted out for Mandalorian and very skilled, but there are just some people that just overpower him no matter what. But he's very smart and he's able to come up with stuff.
Exactly. I love his flamethrower. That's helped him out a lot.
Because whatchamacallit, Luke Skywalker is just leagues above any of those people.
That was such an it just goes to show like so remember how much of a hard time he had fighting that one dark.
Yeah, dude. It's
Luke
crazy.
Just like
destroy.
Yeah, like easy.
Mando is high level 50, crushing it. Pretty badass, takes out most people. But Luke is just like some mythical unicorn level 300, like mythic, never seen before, like rare. Yeah. Ahsoka, I'll give her like level 200, maybe 250.
I liked how they did that, and then they gave Grogu his name and like how they were able to understand each other and that little bit of training in the woods.
They honestly underpowered Ahsoka.
Really?
Because if you watch Clone Wars, like she's really supposed to be like right next to Luke in terms of skill, because she's older than Luke. She's got more experience. She's went through the Clone Wars. Luke obviously has a lot of genetic gifts. His stat is Anakin Skywalker, but Ahsoka's not so far off from Luke. Like they're still closer in power than a lot of other people. So she should have been stronger in episode 5. But I get why they did it, because it would make Mando look so stupid.
They kind of wanted to make it seem like it was even fight, especially since like her Jedi can't even like pierce his metal, which is
Beskar. Yeah, they set that up good.
Yeah, that was fucking dope, man.
Mandalorians and Jedi used to fight like in these wars all back in the day. Like there's whole like history behind it.
And I like how he didn't really know much about them. He just said, he doesn't know it's the Force. He just says these magic powers, like these
they just
mythical, like people, he didn't know they were called he knew nothing about them really, because it took place such a long time ago.
Did you notice how scared Moff Gideon was when he saw Luke?
Yeah.
He knew who Luke was, because any of the higher ups in the Empire know exactly who Luke is.
Definitely.
And all they think is that he killed Vader and he killed Palpatine and blew up all the Death Stars.
Right.
Because, they don't realize that Vader actually like helped Luke, at the end of Return of the Jedi. They don't know. They just assume that Luke killed them both.
Yeah, they think he was like vanquished. Yeah.
So they like how the rebels would view Vader as this unstoppable force. So that's how the Empire views Luke. They're like, oh my gosh, he's back. There's no hope. We're all dead.
Do the people in the Empire know that Darth Vader is his father?
No.
So that was.
I don't think they do.
I guess.
No, I think only him and Palpatine, and a few others.
Or Palpatine, yeah. I really hope they don't put him in any of these series. Please don't.
I want to see more of Vader when he was hunting Jedi. They have they have a lot of cool Star Wars Legends like books of Vader in his home base, and how he would go out and search for Jedi and just hunt them down, some of his crazy fights.
Yeah, that's
I want to watch stuff like that.
The Mandalorian. I love his gun.
Which one? He has that big long rifle.
Yeah, and it just vaporizes people.
Yeah, I think that one's gone now though because of the ship.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that, dude. I was so upset. I was like, dude, not the ship, not the fucking ship.
Yeah, the
Like
Razor
the amount of
Crest gone,
yeah, the amount of like
done.
things that ship has been through, like the spiders. Remember that? The fucking like
Yeah,
spiders on the snowy planet.
yeah,
Those,
that was a throwaway episode. People didn't like that episode. It was all right. I didn't have a problem with it, but it was a little
I
bit of
really
a
don't have
throwaway
a
episode.
problem. I really don't have a problem with any of the episodes. I like them all, dude. You know.
You know, I didn't think it was a bad episode. I'm just saying, in terms of like, I guess it
Like
really lends
little
the story.
side missions that maybe
Yeah.
aren't necessary. Yeah, remember he was eating all those eggs that.
Yeah, that was amazing. I love that part. I felt. I was like, "Yo, Baby Yoda, you gotta chill. Like, she's not gonna have any of these left."
Those characters were funny. Those frogs, they had
Yeah,
the long ass tongues. Like
I love them, and I love how like when danger went down, that frog lady booked it. She was just hopping, like she booked it. Gone.
Fuck this. Oh man. How did he get that spear again? Oh, because he was supposed to kill Ashoka Tano, and then they instead.
Yeah, Ahsoka fought that lady and then took the spear from her.
Right. That spear ended up being the only thing that survived that explosion with his ship. And
Beskar, man.
Lucky he had that because that
Tough
spear was
stuff.
very helpful fighting Moff Gideon at the end.
Yeah. Next time they got to make the ship out of Beskar.
You know what? That's why I wasn't too upset about. I mean, I was upset, but I'm expecting.
That'd be so cool. Like later down the line.
Yeah.
They retake the Mandalore and they find more Beskar and they make a whole ship out of it.
I think it could happen. It could happen.
Yeah. I mean, indestructible ship.
I'm trying to think of more like favorite parts. Like they always.
Boba?
Oh yeah. How could we forget?
I've been tracking you, Mandalorian.
Yeah, like you knew he was gonna. You had a feeling about him coming back once you saw his armor pop up.
Yeah, Cobb Vanth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was dope. He helped him take down that sand dragon. What was it called?
Yeah, it's like a sand dragon or something.
Yeah,
I don't know the exact term for it. That was an awesome like CGI dragon. That looks sick. That was
so badass. How he was like, you know what? Let me let this thing eat me.
Yeah.
And he electrocuted it, blew it up from the inside. That was very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking a dope scene. I like how they had to team up with the sand. The
creepy Tusken Raiders, the whatever language they got. I don't even know what type of screech that is.
Just like the sign language to speak with them. It's so
like whatever the fuck that shit is.
Yeah, that was a good episode. And that was like the second or first episode. That was a good way to open up the season.
Yeah, I think it was the first one. The second one was the Frog Lady episode.
Right. Yeah, I really, really fucking enjoyed this show. And Boba Fett is now going to get a series of his own.
The Book of Boba.
If you watch that after credit scene, he goes back to Jabba the Hutt's palace, and now it's his place.
You see, that was Jabba's right-hand man in Return of the Jedi.
I remember that.
Yeah, now he got all fat. I guess once you become like the Hut or whatever.
Yeah.
So you eat too much Pizza Hut, and then you get that like that.
You think? Oh wait,
Boba.
No. Luke killed it. I was gonna say, you think that thing is still below the
Sarlacc?
But I forgot. I was like, Luke killed that thing.
No, Luke didn't kill it. Apparently in Legends, Boba killed it when he got out.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, man.
If you notice though, a lot of the aliens behind the scenes, that's all the same crew from Return of the Jedi. If you look at Return of the Jedi and you see all the people in that movie in Jabba's place.
Oh yeah.
His palace. Besides, obviously Jabba, it's everybody from there. They're still there for like 5 years,
I love how they pay attention to like all that detail. That's really like sick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. And then he repaints his armor and look as good as new. Like it was.
Yeah, awesome, man. Boba looks so good.
That green.
They're really not giving him enough credit. Like he needs to be whooping a little more ass. Like when I was watching episode 8 and he gets in that little scuffle with Cusker Reeves, I think her name is, Bo-Katan's associate.
Yeah.
They Boba would have just absolutely mopped her. They gave her too much
they gave her
power.
Was it plot armor? Like, I don't even
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. They just wanted like, bro. I'm like, look, okay, it's not. I don't. It's not about any weird shit. It's just that Boba is so good, and you're not representing him the way he's supposed to be represented in that scene. In that scene, just
Exactly.
that scene.
Exactly.
You should have just been like, all right,
Yeah, he shouldn't have
do this.
had like no problem like taking her out.
Yeah, zero problem. He would have,
I guess they want to do like girl power. Girls could be
And
strong.
I don't mind that, bro. There was an awesome scene with Bo-Katan, Custer Reeves, Cara Dune, and Fennec. They had a cool scene when they're
Yeah.
infiltrating. Loved it. No problem. I'm just saying about Boba. You just made Boba look bad for no reason there. You know, Boba would have.
I almost forgot about this. One of my favorite scenes in the whole show is when Mando and what's that girl's name? I think you just said they were having like an arm wrestling match.
Cara Dune, and then yeah, Baby Yoda's like,
yeah, he choked.
Vader choke.
He's like, oh no, it's okay. Please. But I thought
I could see them two being a possible romantic interest.
Yeah, it might happen.
They're homies, you know.
She was helping him out from the very beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought like the choking, forced choke was a Sith thing.
Darth
right?
Vader, yeah, Sith move.
So I thought good Jedis could do
yeah, I guess, but no, because Luke kind of choked like some guys in Return of the Jedi in the beginning of it. These guards, he was like,
exactly.
So I don't know about the whole like, oh, that's a Sith move. But,
it's cool. I mean, like regardless, everyone should be able to do it. You know.
I would determine someone being a Sith based off what they are doing, but you know, not just the type of move. You know, like.
I loved Ahsoka's white lightsabers. I thought that.
Those are awesome. So you know how white lightsabers are formed? Do you want to know the secrets?
Yeah, sure. How?
So in order for Sith to make red lightsabers, they have to bleed these crystals, these kyber crystals.
Okay.
They force them to bleed, right? That's how they turn red. So what Ahsoka did is she found Sith like red crystals and she purified them, and they turn white when you purify them.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's how she got that going.
That's yeah. I thought it looked fucking like awesome on camera. I thought that's really I didn't know that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool story behind that.
They looked beautiful, you know. And she had just two of them too. Like,
she used to have blue. They used to be blue. Anakin got her before Anakin turned to Darth Vader. These two blue ones. I think she either lost those. I don't know the exact. I'm a little hazy, but I know that she purified some red Sith crystals because it's also cool that white. You never see that with the regular Jedi, and she's kind of like gone, you know, off from the Jedi. She is a Jedi, but left the Order, you know, kind of out of that little thing. So it kind of shows how she's in a little gray area.
Ever since we saw that dark saber, we knew he was going to try to use it eventually. And it was getting towards it was like the last episode, and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen him use it yet, you know? And then he's in the room. You got poor Grogu locked up, can't do anything. Oh, I liked when he was training him or just trying to see what he could do, and he was just throwing the stormtroopers around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're going to see a lot more. When we see Baby Yoda again, he's going to be able to do a lot more. He's going to be like floating.
Oh, yeah. He's probably going to be like a total badass. Why do you think they took his blood, though?
Midichlorians. So I'm not sure if you know what that is. Like Force users, especially ones that are very good with the Force naturally, like Anakin, they have a very high midichlorian count in their blood. And that's what equates to having like very natural ability to use the Force. And they're looking to clone. Like they want his blood. That's why that guy Pershing, he was a clone engineer. He was working on the clones in like Clone Wars and stuff. So they want to take the little Baby Yoda's blood and clone something with the same Force power ability, so they have a better weapon on their side, pretty much.
That'd be pretty horrifying.
Yeah. So what they could do. I'm not sure if you ever played Star Wars Force Unleashed.
I did. I was actually.
Star Killer?
Yep.
I hope they get that guy. I hope they make Star Killer and they get the actor because that's a real actor who plays him. He looks exactly like the guy in the game.
No, that's actually a fucking sick idea.
Imagine that.
Yeah, everyone was always saying like they should bring that character to life in a movie.
Yeah, that guy is an amazing voice actor. He voices Darth Maul in the Clone Wars as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I forgot his name. I'll look it up, but he's a really cool dude. He just looks mean.
That'd be a great idea, man. They could just make like this badass dude from his blood. Like that'd be awesome.
Sam Witwer is the guy's name.
Okay.
He looks like a vampire.
Has he done any other movies? Like,
I want to, yeah.
'cause I feel
What
like
movies
I've
is
seen
he
his
in?
face, like,
Let me look. He's in The Mist? Interesting. I didn't know that. He's in Han Solo? Star Wars story? When is he in that?
Really?
I don't know. Maybe it's the voice.
Oh, voice of
Because,
something.
Darth Maul was in the end of that.
Hey,
Yeah,
dude,
Darth Maul was in the end of Han Solo thing.
that's a good that's a good possibility that he might have more roles in Star Wars if he was in the Han Solo thing.
Oh no, he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
Great, amazing voice actor. Like the work he did with Darth Maul is just amazing. He's just very talented. I think he'd just be a good actor for them.
You know, if they could bring back Boba Fett, I'm sure, and Palpatine, I'm sure they could bring back Darth Maul too.
They just know that they have so much to pull from, and they like, why are we making so much new stuff when we could pull from the old stuff that people love, and just make it relevant?
And
it's not like people are like, oh, that's boring. It's not really if they do it the right way, and they make it new. I can't explain it.
They could use
it's better than just making some BS that no one already cares about.
Yeah, because think about how original like The Mandalorian is, and it's based off of a lot of old Star Wars, lore and shit.
Yeah, well, what's funny is there was no when Boba Fett was created, there was no such thing as Mandalorians. They made a whole lore and history about Mandalorians based off the armor that Boba Fett wore.
I think that's so fucking dope.
Which I love. It was he just looks so cool. They made an entire story.
It's so great, man. And then this last episode, you already knew what was gonna happen because you saw the episode. But I really didn't expect it to be Luke. Even when I saw the green lightsaber, I was like, are they really gonna bring him back though? Who was the?
I don't know. As soon as I saw the X-wing, I knew.
Yeah, the X-wing.
I was like, the X-wing, Luke. It's Luke.
I was actually more shocked to see R2-D2 coming.
That was cool. That was a nice little tidbit. They got to get Sebastian Stan if they want to bring him back, Luke again, because the CGI is just not going to work.
No, but that was good just for that single shot. He wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't think the CGI was that good. It was so fake, but
yeah, it was all right. But I think they just wanted to do that to to get people all excited. Look, it's Luke from back in the day. Mm-hmm. Mark Hamill on Twitter, when that episode came out, he was like, "Have you seen anything good on TV?"
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I love him. I love him.
He's so cool, man. I retweeted that too. I was like, "Yo, that's awesome."
He's a real fan. He also voice acts for the Joker in a lot of the animated series.
Yeah, Batman.
Fantastic voice actor.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think what else he's done. He's done other characters, but
he's voiced a lot of stuff. Was he Fire Lord Ozai from Avatar: The Last Airbender? I might be getting that completely wrong. Hold up.
I think you looking that up? Okay, yeah, I think he did do a character though, and I think you're right. That might have been who he did.
It was Mark Hamill.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, he did.
That's one of my favorite shows too.
Yeah. Wow. I love that show. Yeah, he's a very good voice. He did Chucky. He did the new Chucky. I just forgot about that.
What the?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. Yo, look, so I think we covered a lot tonight. We talked a shit ton about this show. Basically our favorite parts about it and why we love The Mandalorian so much. And
very excited to see what happens.
Yeah, season 3 is probably going to come out a year from now. Kind of how.
Oh, they confirmed it.
Yeah, right.
December 25th is when the new Mandalorian season 3 episodes are going to start.
So far away, but it'll
wait for The Witcher. I'm watching The Witcher next couple months.
Oh, when is that coming up?
Apparently 2021, not in the fall, but in springish.
I'm mad excited. I kind of want to rewatch the first season because it's such a good show.
Yeah, I play in the game right now, Witcher 3.
Yeah,
Fantastic game.
I never played it, but it did look like an amazing game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I'd recommend it to anybody. The beginning of it's a little slow, but it really picks up and then you get sucked in.
Mm-hmm. No, I love like story-based games like that. You know, like right now I'm playing
Oh, my favorite.
I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. It's fucking great, you know.
Hmm. You would love a game like that. Then that and once Cyberpunk, starts to work, I would check out that game. That game has a good story.
I'm definitely gonna get it when it's like fixed and like no more
Yeah.
bugs and like because it looked fun. Like I
No,
want
yeah.
to get it.
Besides the bugs and the graphical performance issues, the core content of that game is fantastic.
Good.
Great story.
Yeah, it still has potential. I think it can make like a better comeback. You know?
Oh, what they're gonna do is they're gonna do a re-release, but like not like, oh, we're just re-releasing the game. They're just gonna make like a Cyberpunk Definitive Edition when they have all the DLC released. So it's just gonna be Cyberpunk with some DLC for $60. And they'll re-release it and sell a couple more million copies. That's what they're gonna do.
Okay.
No, that's how they make money. These companies, they know what they're doing.
Oh,
They
yo,
bounce
I
back
almost
easy.
forgot about this one character before I end this show. Episode. What's his name? He was, he helped Mando quite a few times.
Okay.
He was like one of the black characters. I'm sorry, if that sounds like, I can't think of his name.
Is it the guy that gives him the bounties in the beginning and then turns on them and then they're cool after that?
Yeah, I think yeah.
I think it's the actor's name is Carl Weathers. He played this guy in Predator. Like, you son of a bitch, and
Right.
like they do the thing and they're like doing the bicep like scene. He's a great actor. That guy.
Yeah, he was hilarious. What was his name? I'm trying to think. This is why we got the phones.
Yeah. I'm looking it up for you. I know. I think the actor is Carl Weathers. I know it is Carl Weathers. Yeah, it is. And what's the guy's? Yeah, Mandalorian. What's the name? Who does he play? What's this guy's name?
Once I hear it.
Reef Karga.
Okay. Now was he?
Yeah, they don't really say his name that much in the show, so I don't.
That's why I didn't really know it. But he was so funny because
do the magic hand thing.
Yeah, and he did he did it with 3 fingers.
Yeah,
dying.
No, he's good. I like.
Yeah, he had this one time where he was injured on his arm, and then Grogu healed him by touching him.
Oh yeah,
I was laughing hysterical because I was looking at
force heal. That's a thing.
Right. Yeah. They didn't really have him do that much after that. But they'll, I'm sure we'll see that again. But it's mad funny because he's he's like reaching out with his little hands to do it, and then he's like, oh, he's gonna eat me. Like, yeah, I'm sure that little guy's gonna fucking.
I just hope I don't know where. How does Mando know where Luke is when he needs to go find Baby Yoda? Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah, well, you see that's why I don't think like they're gonna bring him back. They have to, but
I want to see Ahsoka meet Luke, bro.
Yeah,
they have so much history they don't even know about. Okay, Ahsoka's like, yeah, I was with your dad for years and years,
and he just betrayed everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she was referring to when she said
referring to you.
Referring to when she says like some of the best of us could without training or just could
Anakin
turn dark, you never know.
I recommend watching Rebels. There's such a cool scene where she meets Anakin when he's Darth Vader.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, and like there's this one scene where she actually gets the upper hand on him, cuts part of his mask off, and you see some of Anakin's face.
Yikes.
And you hear Anakin's real voice. He's like, Ahsoka. For like half a second, he had like a moment of weakness back to the light side. And,
she was probably like so like depressed about that.
Yeah, she's like, I won't leave you. Not this time. I was like, oh, my heart.
Dude, and the fact that they're bringing back Hayden Christensen to play Darth
Vader. In the Obi-Wan series, yeah. I think they're gonna do
mind blowing
Order 66 flashback.
Oh, you see, yeah, they'll probably just do that then. Maybe he won't be a big part of it.
I don't know I don't think you got to see. Obi was just in hiding. He wasn't like looking for Darth Vader, so I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, true. And plus, if he's in the suit, I doubt they're gonna use Hayden Christensen's voice. They're gonna use
James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
He's not getting any younger though. I don't know how long they're gonna be using his voice for.
I know.
But there's no one else that could do that voice.
I know that's a
Earl
good
Jones
point.
is
Unless they
amazing.
just try to rehash the old voices and kind of, I don't know how that works.
I don't know. I was curious what they did with Luke's voice. It sounded close, but a little shaky, but like still pretty spot on. Because Mark Hamill does not sound like that anymore. He has a very kind of like
Yeah, it's old. It's
quacky
old.
voice now. That's
Yeah,
how I explain it. His voice now kind of talks like this, like
yeah.
whenever he talks. He doesn't sound like he used to when he was younger.
No, definitely not. Um, but yeah, Sebastian Stan, he played Bucky, right? The Winter
Yeah,
Soldier.
yeah, he would be a great fit.
I
They just
think
got
he
to
would.
figure out some voice,
Yeah,
maybe.
I've seen concept art with him, like with his hair and
Dude, he
everything.
looks exactly like Luke.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think they should do that.
He's just got to shave his, beard and shit.
Right, right. Uh, so Luke, I just want to thank you again for coming on.
No problem, man.
Yeah, this was a great night. I could talk about Mandalorian all day.
Yeah, we could be here for hours.
Yeah, the both of us clearly can. Is there before we go, is there anything you would like to say? Any last words?
In terms of Mandalorian, anything?
Yeah, whatever
Just
you want.
just stay tuned, all right? You guys are not ready for season 3. I don't know what they're doing, but those guys got something behind the scenes they're cooking up.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna eat it right up. I can't wait.
Yeah, me too, man. I trust them. I trust them very
Yes.
dearly, and they're not gonna let us down. You know.
Yep. By season 3, when it comes out, if you come to my house, I'll be literally suited in my full Mandalorian armor, and I will be watching every episode diligently.
Yo, I'll be there, bro. I'll be there as soon as it comes out, and it'll be a year from now before you know it. You know what I mean? It'll
Yeah.
I mean, look how
I get some things to take care of before I get back into the Mandalorian world. I'll be all
I
right.
agree. Hopefully, they could release some other series before that, though, so at least we have something to watch in the meantime.
Yeah, apparently Boba Fett's running alongside of it. I don't know how that's going to work out.
Yeah, I know. Is that a good idea? Like to have them play at the same time?
I'll take it. I'll watch
Yeah,
both.
why not?
You
Just
know?
hopefully they don't jump the shark with all these TV shows. You know?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, but Disney's just putting all the movie funds they used to have just into the shows.
Basically. And I think this is what they're better at, like doing the shows.
100%.
With
You
Star
get
Wars.
more time to develop characters.
Exactly. It's smart. It was a smart move. All right. Yeah. This is December 23rd. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. You got Christmas the next day. You're just having some people over your house, I'm assuming.
Not too much,
Yeah.
Corona, but
Right.
we're getting the essentials over. Enjoy something.
Yeah. Exactly. We have to at least try. But all right, guys. This has been Actually Anything. I just want to say, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope everyone that's watching this now has a safe holiday as well as a New Year's Eve. And Luke and I will be back probably to talk about maybe another series for another episode.
Yeah, another nerdy show.
Yeah, exactly. And there's plenty of them coming out. So Luke will definitely come back. And yeah. So thank you, Luke,
Awesome,
for
man.
coming on. And
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. I had a great time.
Fine, man. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Good night.